Hi people, we're going to make jollof rice today. I start cutting the onions and then I peel the garlic. Start with the ginger. I cut it into pieces and then I put all of them together. I wash it, I put them in the blender, add some small water. I start to cover it with the blender and I start to blend it to get a fine paste. Put it in the rubber sack and then I tie it because I will use it later for the stew. And this is the things I would need for the stew. I think you can see everything over there. I start cutting the paprika, I cut the onions, I put all of them together in a bowl. And then I cut some garlic as well. I add pepper because we are making the sauce. I need some more onions to fry in the oil. And then I take the paprika, I put in the blender. I add my onions, I add the paprika, and then I add my tomato based sauce. I blend all together. I add the pomodoro. And then I add the blended sauce to it. Add a bit of water and then I bring it to the fire. Simmer it for a while. I start the stew now, so I put in oil and then I put in the cut onions. I put in curry. I put in my tomato paste. In this sack is also tomato paste. And then I stir together to get a fine paste. So you have to wait for the sauce to get a bit darker. And then the blended onion I did at first, I start by putting that in a little bit. I stir it together. And then my tomato sauce base is now finished. So I added to the tomato paste. I started stirring. I cover it up a bit because I want it to get ready. So I add some salt to taste because we are making the sauce now. And then I add my adobo. My sauce is finished, as you can see. So we start to mix the jollof. I start putting the things I will need for my chicken. I think you see the ingredients now. I will start cleaning my chicken and then later on we start mixing the jollof. And don't forget the lemon helps to take all the bad scents off the chicken. And then I start cutting the onions. I put it on the chicken. And then I add some spices like adobo, salt to taste. If you want to add any other spices, feel free to do so. I add small water and then I mix it all together very well because I want it to get into the chicken very well. And then I will add some onion, the garlic, and the ginger. The first one we blended. Simmer it very well. I put in some pepper because I want the chicken to be a bit spicy. And then now I take out the chicken. Don't forget to never throw the sauce away because we will need that to make the stew. So we will start frying the chicken. See how nice that looks. Very nice. It looks so juicy and nice. So we start with the stew now and I cut some onions. And I add some curry. And then I'll add the stew, the sauce I did first. I start putting it again together. And this is jollof spices from Ghana. It's very nice, guys. Look out for that spices. And this is rice. I wash my rice. Whilst the stew is still cooking, I put in the rice. And we don't use water to make jollof, guys. We use heat and small size of water. Because I want the jollof as a base to be very nice, I add in the stock from the chicken. And then as you can see, I put small butter in there to help with the rice and make it juicy. I like the Exeter corned beef. After the jollof is cooked, I add that to it to make it more nicer. This is so nice. I recommend you to make it, and then you can comment in the comment below. Let me know how it went.